Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go!
Hi, guys.
Hi, mate.
Let's talk about bespoke.
Oh, well, it's just the personal touch, isn't it? That's
is.
what it's all about.
Yeah, everyone wants to hear, a favourite of ours, I guess.
Most people with their podcasts, they get a producer or they get some tech guy to come in and they do it themselves. Not us.
No, not us.
Not
No,
us.
no, no,
Not
no.
us. We have rolled this one with our very hands.
This is from our hearts to your ears.
Yes. These
Yep.
are the things that we know that you, as our listeners, want to hear.
We're like John West. We only pick
sure.
the best.
We only do, and we throw the other podcast back.
We pick it personally ourselves.
We do. Today's, chosen by us personally, is all about...
Best of our fave listener stories.
Because we thought this was what you wanted to hear.
Yes, that very specific
agree.
thing that was just mentioned then.
Bang on.
From us to you.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun, or as we're now better known, the uninvited.
Uninvited.
Very unexpected, actually. A whole group of our teammates
We're great
decided
company.
to get an event going, the bottomless brunch, as we found out.
Had a great time. Didn't invite us.
Nah, not invited at all, especially dumb old Amy. Hayley's in Lansdowne. Hayley, were you not invited to something, and how do you feel?
Morning, guys.
Hi,
Hi, Hayley.
I was uninvited to my best friend's wedding. He was my best friend for over 15 years.
Oh, yikes. So when you say
The,
uninvited, you were originally invited and then that was revoked?
No.
Okay, just
no,
never
I was
invited.
never invited. He
invited.
rocked up he was dating somebody who did not like me.
Yes.
I think she may have been a bit intimidated by our friendship, perhaps.
Probably.
It's so lame.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Got so much to offer.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So he rocked up to my house, knocked on the door, did not make eye contact or say hello to me or anything, just walked straight in, went looking for my husband, asked my husband to be a groomsman.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
hang on, wait.
On the way out,
Yeah.
goes, by the way, Hayley can't come.
So wait there, this friendship was you and him to begin with, and then he got to know your husband, yes?
Yes.
What? He invited you? You can't
Invite someone to be a groomsman and then not invite their wife, especially when he's known you for longer.
Did your husband be...
It cut pretty deep.
Was he a groom? Did he end up being a groomsman for him?
No, he politely declined in my honour.
Wow,
Yes,
that's very
it's a good
that's-
husband.
Yeah,
That's the right thing
fantastic.
to do.
I can't believe
Hayley,
you.
That's the nerve.
you guys aren't friends anymore, are you?
They're actually recently divorced and we have reconnected.
Wow. Have you spoken
She laughed and
about...
laughed.
Did you speak about this with him, about what went down? I think you need
We
to.
have. It's been put in the past now, but
Okay.
he just could not even believe within himself that
He did that.
he was so blinded by it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's good now. They were together for 6 years or something. Yeah.
6 horrible years, Hayley.
God.
It's extraordinary.
What a great feeling.
Without my
of-
friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
It's
great
costly
feeling
for
of
him.
validation
I
at the
know.
end for you to go,
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And it's
Oh.
never going to work.
Thanks, Hayley.
That was
Cracking
great.
start. Amy's in Caversham. Hello.
Hello, how are
Oh, good.
Hi, Amy.
What weren't you invited to, Amy?
So every year my whole family goes away to Rottnest just after Christmas, and every single year I don't get an invite. I get a petty little one after once they've all gone on this luxury boat. They catch the ferry over and spend the day with us, and then catch the ferry back while they're all sleeping on a luxury boat.
So
What are you talking
they
about?
will allow you to take a day trip, but they won't allow you to stay with them for the entire week.
This is your
What's
family.
up, Amy? Why has that happened?
Maybe
Why is
it's
this
just-
occurring?
maybe
Because we've established that Amy's are boring.
That's right. All Amy. Amy, what's going on?
I don't know. Every year I pick up a stink and it's still the same. It's so frustrating.
So when you say the family, what other members of family are getting this invite and you're not? Who are they?
My dad, my stepmom, my sisters, their partners,
Partners.
and not me.
So,
I've
Amy,
never
do you have
been
a
on-
partner that you're not, because they've got, I don't know, they're there with their partners, they leave you out, or what's the
I'm
story?
married. I live next door as well.
Hey, I live next door as well.
Oh, that explains it. They're just sick of you.
I don't even
I think
get
that's pretty
this.
clear.
Oh my God, I feel like we need to launch an investigation into your family.
What if you could score a bargain on your next holiday?
With so much of Australia to explore, it's time to What If It.
What If has great deals on a range of hotels and holiday rentals. Plus, you can book flights and car hire.
Visit whatif.com. What if it's Aussie for travel?
We know the pain of not being invited to something. Us and our producer, Amy. And it turns out that other people weren't invited to things too, including another Amy.
Can you believe it? Here's Amy from Coolangatta. Hi, Amy.
Oh, Amy.
Hi.
Amy, you know what? She doesn't sound as boring as ours.
No, that's true. That's true.
Amy, are you a mother? Can I ask you that?
I am a mum of 2.
Oh,
Okay,
same as our Amy.
Well, you know
Yes.
what? If you were here in our workplace, you wouldn't be invited to anything. But let's see what happened in your life. What happened?
So I got married and I had 3 bridesmaids, but one of them got married 6 months after me and decided not to invite me.
So you were
Not
close
to-
enough at the time of your wedding that she was your bridesmaid, but by the time
Yeah.
her wedding came around, you didn't even crack an invite at all.
No, didn't even know the wedding was on until
my
the
God.
day she posted it on Facebook.
So, well, that obviously is a conversation. What happened?
Well, I don't know because she ghosted me.
Oh. Amy, was there
Yes.
after your wedding, was there a fallout? Did you have an argument, disagreement along the way?
Did she hate the shoes
no
you picked?
Fallout.
No?
No fallout at all. Nothing. She was completely fine, and then one day just ghosted me, wouldn't reply to any of my messages, and yeah, she got married without me.
Now, Amy, I'm only going on what I've been picking up this morning. Do you think it's got anything to do with you possibly having 2 children and being boring? Because that's what.
Maybe.
That's-
I don't know. Probably.
It
seems to be the pattern.
It seems to be the pattern with Amy. So that's what we're picking up. We're putting down. That is If there was some rift, if there was some fight, I get it.
Did she have a regular sized wedding or was it like a tiny with only 5 people from each side?
No,
good
it
question.
Was, it was a large wedding.
Jeez, Amy.
And still you didn't get
Amy,
an
she was in the
invite.
slip cordon.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
Unbelievable.
It's an Amy
Thanks,
thing.
Amy.
It's an Amy thing.
It's an Amy
Dylan's in Middle Swan. Morning, Dylan.
There you go, guys.
Hi, Dylan.
Good buddy.
Dylan.
Okay. Were you not invited to something?
Yes. Long story short, we went away a couple of years ago. I booked the accommodation for the following year and then got taken off the group chat. So the day we were supposed to head up and go there, I've messaged him saying I'm heading up. Anyone want to catch up? And no reply whatsoever.
Wait there,
Dylan.
what?
Dylan.
So you went, but nobody else did. Is that what happened?
No, everyone else did, but everyone ghosted me when I went up there. But I had paid for all the accommodation and everything. So everyone enjoyed my accommodation.
So you
Yeah,
organised it
obviously.
all. You took it on after you had a great time the year before. You said, right, I'm going to organise it this year.
You organised the
basically,
accommodation.
we-
They all went and used the accommodation and ghosted you. So you were there as well?
I took off up there for the day to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then I took off out of there and went and spent a week here by myself in the bush.
Dylan! Sean!
That's heartbreaking.
Sean! no,
have we
Dylan,
established
don't
that?
laugh.
Really makes you stronger.
Have
Oh,
we,
yeah,
have
you're
we
right,
established
Kelly
what's wrong with
Clarkson.
Dylan, though? Like, do you have any children, Dylan?
I've got 4 boys.
Wow, you don't sound boring, Dylan. Sound
Dylan's not boring. He's not an Amy.
no, he's definitely not an Amy.
Oh, we won't go there.
Dylan, so I
Dylan.
cannot. Okay, so for
That's hard to wrap your head around what happened to you, isn't it? Because
Yeah, I messaged, basically put up the thing saying I'm going up.
Yeah.
All I want to catch up. And then
Nothing.
and
then you get there and they're all there.
What? 2 days later, I had a phone call. Oh, I didn't have any reception.
Dylan.
Yeah, well, we've all used that one, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Dylan, how many blokes were a part of this proposed trip originally?
Oh, there would have been at least half a dozen.
half a dozen. Hey, are they still your friends, Dylan? Did you just let it go, or you moved on?
I keep in contact with one, but
Yep.
the rest, it doesn't bother me.
did they ever pay you for all the accommodation stuff that you paid for?
Oh, we won't go there because, yeah, someone else got paid for that.
Oh,
Someone claimed the money.
Dylan. Wow,
It's getting
mate.
worse.
Dylan, you know what? We'd never not invite you to something.
We'll all-
Katie would invite
Katie,
you.
yeah, we'll all not go to something together.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Let's talk about what that doctor did in Queensland. So, if you've just crawled from under a rock, you wouldn't have heard the fact that a doctor gave 2 aged care residents 4 times the dose of the COVID-19 vaccine because he had not been trained how to administer the jab. He's been stood down when he did it. He fled the scene.
Oh,
They fled the scene.
come on.
Yep, took off. He was like, oh, well, that's not good. Is
So
it?
he just ran away.
Yeah, just ran into the hills. But the great thing is, those two elderly residents, they're being used as insect bombs in COVID dangerous areas. It's going to drop them in, and then COVID's just going to go.
Oh my God, do you get superpowers?
Yeah, that's
that
right.
is a superpower, I guess.
Yeah, so they're okay. They're like, you know,
Yeah, they're being monitored to make sure
super
they're okay.
old.
But yeah,
How did he not know?
You know what's
Well,
really
because he
sad?
hadn't been trained. That's how. But
I
the
know,
bigger
but
question is,
geez.
why is somebody who hasn't been trained doing the job?
You know what's super sad though is that of course the elderly are the most vulnerable and they need to get
Yes.
it first, but also that sort of makes them the guinea pig,
Yes.
doesn't it?
100%, especially if the doctors aren't trained. Like, come on. Like, if you're rolling out a vaccination program, I think the first step would be train the doctors.
Yeah.
Surely.
Oh, God.
It's a bit of a
please.
stuff up. WA's been getting some flack because as of Wednesday, as of yesterday, we only have administered 800.
Well, I met
the
one
vaccine.
yesterday. A guy
Yeah.
at the dog park had
Yeah.
it yesterday.
Really?
He works at the port.
Yeah.
And so, because, you know, as we know, all the ships coming in,
Yes.
people at the port were more at risk. So he got his yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's one of those 800 people.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, like, if
Get it
stuff
done.
like this happens, slow and steady might win
Yep.
the race. I mean, 800 and, you know, in a couple of days, it looks like we're not getting it until 2029.
We're down the bottom of the list as well.
But, you know, we want to talk about when people haven't been trained properly.
One time, me and my cousin got a job at a bottle shop. It was owned by a parents' friends, and it was
Yes.
the Mount Henry, actually, back in the day.
Yeah.
And we never... we had no idea. We got told where everything was, and we were left to our own devices straight away.
Did you even know how to operate a till?
No, that was the problem. So this guy comes in, our first customer, and, you know, I don't know, whatever, he bought a carton of Emu Export or something.
course.
So he gave us the money. We couldn't get the till open. And so we stood there for ages trying to get the till open. We had no idea. So then we had to say to him, we just got to go out the back. It's not working. We'll just go out the back. We went into the freezer and we got our
just
wallets
hid.
out.
Oh.
And because we
And
must
try
have
to
given us
find
like
the
50
change.
bucks, and we just
Try to
come up
cobble
with as
together
much
change.
change as we could get out of our Velcro wallets. Me and
Yeah.
my cousin Steve. Hilarious stuff.
Rip Curl wallet, was it?
Oh, no, it wouldn't have been that
Hot
fancy.
tuna.
Oh, hot tuna,
Hot
probably.
tuna would have been,
Probably.
yeah.
That is the important detail, you're
It
right.
is. Yeah, that's what I took out of it.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
We're talking about when you haven't been trained properly or someone hasn't been trained properly. Remember when we started?
Yeah. So I was going to say, two people doing radio who had no training in it.
No, seriously.
Just like, okay,
the one
off you go.
person that we did have working with us that had a lot of radio experience, one day they just let him go. They called him into the office and the next minute he was gone. They said, tomorrow the show's Nathan and Nat. And we looked at each other and said, what?
But we don't know what
But we
we're
don't
doing.
know what we're doing.
And still to this day, we don't know what we're doing.
We've never been trained. We've never been trained.
Never been trained.
We don't even know how to see the buttons that Harry are pressing. Like we
don't know how to
even know.
do
We don't
that.
know any of that. They won't let us over there. Anyway,
No, for good reason, probably. Bruce is in Atwell. Hello.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
hey, Bruce.
Bruce. Okay, was it you that wasn't trained for something you had to do?
No, it was the school nurse.
Yes.
I was working in the phys ed department at a private school in Perth a few years back, and we had one of our first cases of an anaphylactic shock.
Oh, God, that's
From
serious.
feasting.
Yeah.
I've taken the student up to the school nurse, and she's pulled the needle out and frantically reading the instructions while she's trying to work out how to do it, and managed to shoot the needle into her own hand.
And then she ran across the oval in record speed.
Yeah,
While the kid's just exploding. Oh.
yeah, she was bouncing off the ceiling and trying to find somebody else's needle that she could use, and luckily we managed to find another one, and she got it into the kid before he went into shock.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's funny.
We really need to, I think, open up the phones on school nurses one time. Remember when my mate, when he was at school,
Yes.
and he went in there and he said, like, he went to the nurse and he had really bad stomach pains, and he says, excuse me, I've got a really sore stomach. And then she said to him, sweetheart, do you have your period?
That either reflects
And he
poorly
said-
on the nurse or
and
on
he
him.
goes, but I'm a boy.
Oh, that would scar you for life.
Yes, but answer the question. Thanks, Bruce. Jess is in Beach for a hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Jess.
Yes. Okay, what happened?
Okay, so I was doing some community service as an 18-year-old. I was a little bit naughty. Anyway, and I was helping an occupational therapist in a nursing home, you know, throwing around, doing lawn bowls and painting and that sort of thing. We had all the residents lined up, and the occupational therapist goes, here's a yoga ball, throw it to the patients, let them throw it back.
Yes.
All right, no worries. Didn't realise third Nana was blind, smacked her in the face. The other Nanas already knew and started laughing at me. I was bawling my eyes out just to take the Nana.
You chucked a ball at a blind Nana.
I did. I
They
knocked her
set you
glasses
up.
off her face as well.
They set you up.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
nice work, Jess. That's perfect. Kind of want to know why you had to do community service. Though.
I know. Yeah. We'll do that topic tomorrow.
All right, thanks,
Hi,
Jess.
Donna.
Good morning.
Hi, Donna.
Hi,
So
Donna.
we're talking about people not being trained properly. What happened with
Not
you?
trained. No. Okay, so I went in for a Brazilian, as you do,
Oh God.
and it was a place I'd normally gone to, and they said, oh, we can't fit you in right now, but we'll give you to so-and-so. And I thought, fair enough, it can't be all bad.
Yeah.
Flash the bits and everything. So in I went, and she started blathering on the wax, and then all of a sudden she goes, ooh, ah.
Oh
And I
no,
said,
that's not what
"Have
you want to
not done
hear.
this before?"
Yes.
And she said, no, it's my first one.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, God. I said, can you go and get the manager? I said, I don't feel comfortable. And so she went out and saw the manager and then came back in and said, no, the manager said, it's going to look awfully unprofessional if I come in.
Yep.
And so she continued and then ripped off the wax. And then, oh, do you normally bleed?
Oh, Donna.
Donna.
Yeah.
I know. And then
Donna. Did
after
she,
that, I
Donna,
left like
did she rip your vagina off?
Almost. One flap left. Almost, she said. After that, they wanted to charge me more because it took so long.
No,
Donna, get out. No way.
I know.
You bloody
So I
hoo-ha.
left there, like a half buck took with one flap.
Oh, Donna.
I'm glad you didn't go into it.
that is
Donna.
such a great image. Thank you.
I just cannot.
She's known
You
one.
cannot have
one flap,
I
Donna.
suppose I have to train to do it. There's always a first time, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's right.
You just
But
want
you would
your mini ha-ha to
you
be
would
the first.
Hope that they've been trained a bit at beauty school before they attempt the
I
first
tell
thing.
you what, no wonder her mini ha-ha went all Karen and demanded to see the manager.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.